Let's see if this is actually working. It claims to be. Alright, so hopefully everything's working. Oh, you hate those days when you get this just random itch in between your toes. Alright, so we have successfully upgraded all of our solar panels. We have mined a ridiculous amount of ice, which is currently being processed into hydrogen, actually. Let me check that really quick. I think I turned everything back on so that it would process. So the water filters are generating normal ice. O2 generators are eating that ice and the lake ice. We still have 17k ice in storage. Okay, so yeah, we had about 280k of lake ice. Not too bad. Let's take a look at our tanks really quick. Right, yeah, okay, so these guys are at 15% and generating, which is good. Oh, I think we have done most of our inventory management at this point. Let's take a look. Actually, we'll come back here, just take a look. Real time. You should be processing a whole lot of algae. You are. You've got ice. You've got ice and soybeans. You should have, yep, ice. You've got some seed in there. That's good. Come on. There you go. You're processing stuff. You're processing stuff. And you are also full. Okay. Hey, Minnie, how you doing? Yeah, today's a late day. I haven't really settled on a time that works between the holidays and everybody being home. Oh, sorry about that, but yeah, well, good evening to you. Almost Saturday your time. Alright, so we've got everything packed up on this ship and basically ready to go. I've not seen one of our radar points over there, so I had to turn on the road station waypoint that I had created. So what happened is, I'm not quite sure if it despawned or what. So we're going to take a look at that. The station that was over there, we have successfully salvaged. And I mean, we have salvaged. We've got a ridiculous amount of mass on board the new command cargo ship thing. Alright, so let's get in here. We are going to change those over, turn those on, turn our thrusters on, and we're going to disengage. And what we're going to do is we're going to take a little flight over to the road station. I want to make sure that they're still there. If they are, oh, dropship. That's never. A hunchback. It looks like it's heading away from us. I'm not going to worry too much about it. No worries, Payne. Welcome to the stream. Happy Friday and or Saturday. But yeah, like I said, I'm going to head over to where we had the waypoint for road station because I'm kind of worried about the fact that it may have gotten taken out. I don't know if it was taken out by hostiles or if it just despawned or what. I'm not used to seeing those beacons drop off the radar, so. I'll head over this way. And one of the reasons I'm worried about it, okay, the beacon is there. That's good. One of the reasons I'm worried about it is because they did have a SEMS missile post over there, and I didn't want the base to get the market base to actually get bombed. Because SEMS tends to be a little overly aggressive, as we have seen repeatedly. Alright, so let's go take a look. I know Roe is selling vehicles. So I want to go see what they've got. Not planning on buying a vehicle. We've got enough on our hands right now that I'm not too worried about it. But what I am thinking is that if we can find something cheap with a jump drive on it, we may pick up that just to get the what they call it, the superconductors. We need some superconductors. And I mean, we could maybe buy the materials we need to make them, because I think I just need silver. I don't know if I need the silver or the gold. I think I have gold, but I need silver. I have to check. I probably should have checked that before I left, right? But we need at least 222 superconductors to get the first jump drive up and running, and then we'll need another 1,000 to get the second one up. So we may get lucky and find something to salvage, because I am planning on going out into space today. I'm just letting the tanks fuel up a little bit. I'd like to get my tanks to at least 25%, because I should be able to get there at 15%, give or take. And then once I'm in space, we stop burning a lot of hydrogen. So, because basically we just allow inertia to carry us forward. Oh, that would have been really bad. All right, let's bring you down here. We're actually going to back up a little bit because I don't want to get caught into the connector. Okay, so we can turn that off. We will set the batteries to charge, and I think I'm going to turn the reactors off for a minute. And that way it's just charging off of the solar. And of course I parked so far back that I can't get to anything. Yeah. Alright, so let's see what you're selling. We got some data pads. Alright, so let's reverse sort this. A little bit of food, some data pads, some zone chips. Those are the only thing you ever use these for is if you want to build your own safe zone. And I've got a couple of them. And I think they last 1 hour of actual gameplay time. Like real world time in game. So, hey sir, how you doing? Happy New Year's to you. And Happy New Year's to everybody who are currently watching. Alright, so I don't know if I want to buy any zone chips though. I'm not planning on building a safe zone because those are bases only, and I don't think we're going to build another base anytime soon. I mean, we may. I may end up building an asteroid station or something. And you know, the minute I go looking for these things, I'm not going to be able to find them. You know that, right? Let's go ahead and deposit our cash. There we go. It would be nice to be able to have just a deposit all. Do I have anything? Oh, yeah. So we've already got all of our elite tools. I'm not worried about that. So now we're looking for ships. 146 million is going to be the first thing that's potentially. I don't think that has a jump drive on it. It may have one. I don't remember. It's been a while since I've looked at that one. I know that the 980 does. And then maybe it's this one. Maybe it's the B60 I'm thinking of that has it. So I really like the B60. I actually bought one of these in game. Oh, I don't remember. Maybe like a year ago when they first came out. I was doing a survival series, and I bought one of these and basically stripped it and retrofitted it. So it ended up with a couple of hangers on it for small craft, and just it's a really modular and very supportive ship. It's a really easy ship to work with. All right. So are you buying anything? No, you're actually buying stuff. What are you buying? They're buying explosives. I could probably sell. I think I've got like 200 of them. I mean, you're only buying 8 pieces of them, but I have stuff that I could probably sell here if I bring the other ship over. Actually, do you have a connector other than that one? You have this one and you have that one, but you don't have one on top, do you? No. That would have been entirely too easy. Okay. So I might be able... I might be able to use that connector. I might have to transfer stuff over to the small ship. And I am thinking to take this little ship with us. Basically, we'll dock it on the roof of the command ship, and that way when we get into planets with atmospheres, we can actually use this instead of flying around with the big hydrogen ship, and we'll just use this for shuttling parts around. Kind of like what we're doing now. Let's see, turn those on, turn that on. Make sure we're going to be clear of the trees. Alright, and you're selling ingots. I'm going to go see what you've got for ingots. Like I said, I think we need silver. So I'll pick up, see how much they're selling silver for, if they're selling it. Maybe pick up some silver and gold just to have it, and then that way we'll be able to maybe build some build jump drives, build the components that we need for the jump drives. Right. The superconductors are nice, but why do you look like you are an impact of some kind? Something came over here. What are you? Somebody picked a fight with Sims and lost, apparently. Not really sure what you are, but hey. Come on, Bob, pick it up. Anything good? Nope, just basic parts. And that's just metal plates, so we're not going to worry too much about that. Wow. Of course, it looks like you guys took a little bit of a beating. It's not often you get to see things get the better side of Sims. Again, we're just going to land over here. We're not going to worry too much about... Wait a minute. What are you? Some more wreckage over here. What in the hell hit this place? That's a cockpit. Not seeing any credits pop up, so must not have been a Sim ship. For those who don't know, Sims tends to have something like 500K on them if you take out their ship and you're able to salvage it. Looks like it's just blocks at this point and maybe a spotlight. We'll leave you for now. I'm going to go over here and see what's up here. Now that looks expensive. It's It's a large atmospheric on a small grid. A couple of small atmospherics. Looking at the coloration, I'm thinking the junkers hit them. So we'll go ahead and grab this stuff. Wasn't planning on turning this into a salvage run, but hey, you know, free stuff is free stuff, right? Of course, it's not like we're going to get anything useful out of it. It's all stuff we already have, so not too worried about it. So, are you just having... Oh, it's because you're after the other stuff. Yeah. Alright. So, let's head back over here. So we do want to land over here. And like I said, we're not going to... Oh, turn that off. Did they lose their antenna dish? I think they lost their antenna dish. It's just kind of sitting there. All right. So let's set this thing down. Turn those off. Turn that off. There we go. Okay. And we want to go see what you guys are selling. There we go. Alright, so you're selling gear, uranium, obviously. You are selling gold. You're selling silver too. If I buy... How much is 500 of you? I've got 7 million. Let's go ahead and buy that. Like I said, I don't think I need gold. I think I have gold. Can I get 200 units? No. Oh, yeah, I can. Okay. So let's buy that. Like I said, I'm not sure if that's going to give us everything that we need, but that should get us a little bit closer to getting our ships built. Alright, so if we then go on 9, let's get ourselves away from the station. And we'll head back and drop this stuff off and see if it's if that's all we need to get the first jump drive online. Because once we have the first jump drive online, I'll feel a lot better about going out into space, because then we'll be able to do things like visit the moon and such. Oh, before I forget, how much money do I have left? We need to hit row station one more time. Forgot, I need to pick up some data pads. Because those have waypoints on them for new stations, and some of them are ridiculously far out. They may be on the planet, they may be, you know, in orbit, or they could be on the other side of the galaxy. So, yeah. Or in this case, solar system, I guess, would be a better way. We don't have intergalactic yet. We have interstellar, but not intergalactic. At least once we have jump drives up and running, we do. Alright, so... And I think there's a mod. I know that there's an old Stargate mod. But you have to go from point to point on those. Basically, you build a Stargate between your bases. And you can use the PHP to... dial in where you want to go. It's actually a really cool mod. I really liked it. It's old as hell too. It's like 4 or 5 years old at this point. I think the first person I saw use it was Wasted, way back in the day. I mean, just to give you an idea how old that mod is. Alright, so... Hey Howard, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Alright, so we can get... How many of those? If we buy all of those... Can't buy all of them. Can we get 5 of them? No. We can get 4 of them? We can buy 4 of them. We'll buy 4 of them. Alright, so what we're going to do with these is we want to right click them. It gives you a waypoint. We're going to create a GPS marker. Say OK. Move over to the GPS and you should have a temporary station. All right, double click it to set it active, and then that basically makes it permanent. We're going to rinse and repeat. And GPS, we should have a bunch of temporaries, which means one of the ones that we picked up, since we only had 2 temporaries, one of the ones that we grabbed was something that we already knew is probably this one. Yeah, pasted from clipboard. Alright, so if we do that, alright, all of our so yeah, one station is that way, which is what, probably on, that's 25, so it's 25 million, so I want to say that's probably on Mars. Row station, that one might be Alien World. We actually have 2 stations. That one might be on the planet, and that one is probably orbital. That one might actually be over on the moon. Oh no, can we see the moon from here? Well, that's Mars. The hell's over there then? All right. All right. Well, we have a bunch of waypoints that we can go check out. So before we do anything else, I want to say row station Earth. That way we know that we've already seen this one. That one I don't know about. You paste it from clipboard. We're going to say visit me for any of the stations we haven't visited yet, and then we'll just take those out. For any station that we visited. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. Yep. And that way we know which ones we visited and which ones we haven't. Alright. And from here, we're going to head back to the base. Let's see, you are that way. And we can start planning on heading out to space. Whee! At some point I will add the other thrusters back in on this thing, but it's kind of fun, you know, missing thrusters on one side. I don't have the realistic thruster mod enabled, obviously. For those who don't know, there's actually a mod that will change the way the physics operates in the game. So what it'll do is all thrust vectors in Space Engineers are applied to the center of the grid. So you can put thrusters anywhere and it'll go forward as though the thrusters are all balanced. But if you want a little bit more realism, there is a mod that will put the physics for thrust vectors on the thruster itself. So you could have asynchronous thruster arrangements that will cause you all sorts of flight problems. But if you want to get into like more realistic flight mechanics, that definitely does it. You do that in Deadly Reentries mod, and that'll give you the aerodynamic stuff. So you can actually build like push-pull style craft and all sorts of things that you normally wouldn't be able to build in Space Engineer. Well, you could build in Space Engineers, but wouldn't have any reason to do so. So it's just options to make things a little bit more interesting, a little bit more difficult for those who are looking for it. I've actually used that mod. I've used those mods in conjunction before, and yeah, it is brutal. For this series, we're just having some fun flying around, doing some things. Not doing too much. Nothing too intense. We just have a bunch of AI. That looks like you are some stone. You are probably something that I salvaged. And I didn't pick up the debris from. It's not ice. I'm not worried about it. Alright, so let's head back over here. We'll drop our materials off. We'll see if everything is good to go. Yeah, it's kind of weird having that station be completely gone now. It was nice having it out on the ice, but once Sems bombed it, there was just no reason to keep it there. So let's go in here. We'll drop our, like I said, we'll drop our gear off. I want to see if we have the parts that we need to get the jump drives online. Hopefully we do. Looks like it was off just a little bit. Alright, so if we come in here, how much was I off? Oh, that's pretty much one. Okay. So we'll do that. We're going to recharge, turn those off, turn those off. Okay. And head back over here really quick. Our nice little base. We're going to go ingots. We want you guys. Oh. Industrial assembler. Ah, that's why. Okay. Like, hey, where did all my other ingots go? So yeah, I've already moved this stuff over to the. Yeah, so it's silver we did have. So yeah, it was gold that we needed. Alright, and then we're gonna go plates. I want you to be industrial cargo for a second. Okay, so this is all the stuff on this grid, which we'll need to move. I'm gonna have to check those to see. Alright, so you guys are gonna go there. So we have these, so let's drop those over here, because I have a bunch of, because I have these SMCM. Okay, so 1884, 18884. So that's a different station. That's a different station, so I should have that. I want to see. Whoop. Check this really quick. Do I have? Yep. Okay. So I picked up some tabs and guess we never explored them. That one looks like you, I guess, is the same. No new temporary. And you. Okay, so we've got a bunch of stations that we can visit now. Alright. And it looks like we've got a bunch of stations there. 120k, 110k, 98k. So I think that's probably the direction we're going to head when we actually take off. So GPS, we're going to say, go ahead and turn that one off. Let's go here, and what we're going to do is basically allows us to see which ones are which. And that way I can turn off the ones that we haven't visited, or that we're not going to visit, or in a different direction. Alright, so you, just to make sure we don't have any naming issues. Okay, so SMCM2 is that way, which may actually make for a good place to hide eventually. Damn it. But for now, we just don't want it cluttering up our UI. Some CM1 and 3 are that way. Yeah, basically everybody else is in that direction. So I think that's what we'll do. Okay. Turn that off. Turn that off. And what we're going to do is we're going to set. I don't know what you were for, so we're going to go hit delete you. Okay. Magnesium mine. And we'll set a waypoint here, because for some reason I still haven't done one from here. So we're going to say Earth base, not Earth station. Okay. And that way, if anything goes wrong, we have a way to get home. Hey, Soren, how you doing? Just watched season 2 Survival. How'd you like it? It was the Extreme Survival series are fun, but man, they're really time intensive. Get that charged up. Do I have anything in here? I do. Okay, so it would be really nice to be able to drop these off in here. Tell you what, let's go ahead and drop that. Do I have any tools in here? No. Okay, so do a last little bit of base planning here. Actually want, that's one set, and we'll take some extras and we'll leave. Do I have any basic drills? Maybe not. All right. All right, so you guys are over here. Okay. Anything over here? Like I said, I'm gonna end up leaving. Why did so many of you get moved back over there? See, there shouldn't be that many over there. 1, 2, 3. Because I've been taking extras out. Yeah. I'll leave those, I guess. Alright, so anything else over here that really needs to come with us? I can come over. What am I? Bio? No, it's compost. Alright. And you're going to be coming out of there. So you guys, man, we just ended up with so much stuff over here. Small cargo container. Let's grab. We'll leave at least one of those, and I think we're going to take some of these and see if we can sell them. I mean, the worst case scenario, we break them down for other stuff. I think we're going to take all of that. Take all of that, grab that. Grab those. Got a couple of extra rifles. We'll grab the zone chips just because. Not too worried about those cultures, and it looks like everything now is stuff on our ship. Okay. I mean, it's fairly easy to get the materials to get at least some basic tools, as long as we have a drill. Yeah, it's definitely fun in multiplayer. Actually, and I've got some stuff on me that I need to drop off. So you're gonna go that way. Alright, so production, we want the assemblers. Go ahead and get that out of there. So superconductors are just gold and iron? Really? I thought there used to be silver in those too. Alright, so if I do 148 gold, so we have, in theory, I want all of you to be off. Thank you. Because I don't want Bob to basically throw it into the wrong one, which you've probably already done. Yep, see? He threw 5 into that one. Damn it, Bob. There we go. Alright, so let's get the last couple of... actually, where can I... Yeah, I may have to go inside to get it. I just realized I don't really have an external access to the inventory grid. I have a connector, and that's about it. Alright, so we'll drop those off. We'll let that run for a second, and then we'll hopefully get the jump drive up and running. Once the jump drive is up, we'll actually be able to get everything else going. So I actually want to check my tanks really quick. I may need to relocate all of the ice over onto the ship. And take it with us. If I can get to 20%, right? If we can get our tanks up to 20%, we should have more than enough hydrogen to get into space. And then, like I said, once we're in space, we can just kind of drift. So I don't need to burn quite as much. But we're going to burn through power because we're going to have the shields up once we get out of once we get away from the station. Alright. So that's going to be burning for a while. How much ice do we have left? Actually, 3K ice there, 2K, well, almost 3K regular ice. Water filter is burning through ice, which is fine. So basically we're getting a little bit of ice back from this, but we're getting the algae, which I need for the organics to run our food systems. So, which we actually probably have enough of at this point. Alright, so let's go here. Alright, how much does that mean? We're almost out of lake ice, really? Yeah, we're down to 24K, and I think we have enough of that for now. Alright, so I should check off ship. Let's move that over. O2 generator. Yeah, so that's all of the lake ice that we have left. And tanks are still filling. Alright, so let's take a look and see which O2 generators are actually burning. You're burning stuff. You're the only one, huh? Okay, that's fine. Let's go 1K there. We'll do 1K here. And the last of the regular ice will go up here. There we go. And then you can just keep burning the lake ice. I don't need any more algae. I would rather have all of the ice be running through the O2 generators just to get our tanks a little bit full, a little faster. All right, so we'll go back here, do this again. And you know what? I will leave 500 there. Now this one's actually turned off, or should be turned off. So I'm just leaving a little bit of ice in it. This is actually the one in the little runabout that we're using. Oh, speaking of which, need to move you over, huh? Because I don't think you actually have anything inventory-wise still in there. Take a look. Yeah, you've got some supplies, but it's basic stuff. Okay. And yep. All right. So let's go ahead. Auto. And so what we're going to do is ever so gently. This is why, one of the reasons why I'm glad I don't have the aerodynamics mod on. Oh, this thing on the aerodynamics mod would be absolute hell. All right. All right. Have you slide back a little bit. Turn those off, turn that off. There's the recharge. And we're going to turn off the inertial dampeners. So a little trick with Space Engineers is that if you don't turn those off, sometimes Space Engineers decides, even with the thrusters turned off, tries to override. So be aware of that. If you ever have weird flight mechanics going on and you've got ships stocked, yeah, check your ships. 17, that should be enough to get that first jump drive online. So let's go here. Roll that beast up. Let's go see what the power draw is looking like on this, because I have a feeling it's going to be brutal. Yeah, 84% between the things that are crafting. What's our charge time looking like on that thing? It'll be fully charged in 7 minutes. Okay, so while we're waiting for that, let's head back here really quick. Nice to have. Okay. So we could bring the reactors online. Take a look here. And I want to grab all of the algae in the system. We're going to bring... Come on. Thank you. Do that. All the algae farm algae is good. Okay. Like I said, we're not too worried about most of this at this point. So you've still got a little bit of lake ice. You've got a bunch of lake ice. Alright. And our tanks. One final check. We're at 19.5, so we should be okay. Okay, so now, once we get out of atmosphere, we do have a pressurization mod turned on. Hey Zeron, how you doing? I don't believe I have it set up for multiplayer, but you know. Considering it's being hosted on a local machine, I wouldn't recommend it. Alright, so we got 2.6% cargo. We're looking at pretty good power. Hydrogen is at 24 million liters. We're at 19%. I think we should be okay. Alright, I think what we're going to do is let's go. We're going to go ahead and turn these three off. We are going to go inventory, go for lake. Over here, we're just going to go ice, and we're going to grab all this stuff back. Let's see here. And I think everything else is okay. There we go. Okay, so we are going to say you're connected. I want, how am I going to do this? Okay, so we'll just toggle you guys off. It should be just the tanks over there. Yes, okay. Just making sure, because you never know. Turn the stockpile off. Actually, drink a little bit of Europa tea, just because it's good for you. Let's bring this over. Okay, so our reactors are online. Our batteries are on auto. We're going to go with atmospheric thrusters on, hydrogen thrusters are on, connectors detached. All right. And we've got 5 hours of power. And I'm not using the large hydrogens simply because of the fact that I don't want to burn more fuel than we really need to. So I'm using the atmospherics to get us some altitude. And this will get us out. So what makes me say what, Zeron? Honestly, very little makes me say very little. And I want to make sure our thrust is basically maintaining. We're looking pretty good. Our altitude at, we are looking at 9 kilometers up. Not too bad. I think we're at 10K. I think we lose atmospheric support, so. Yeah, that would be the end of the atmospheric support, so I think we can go ahead and turn those off. Yep. Alright, and then a little trick. When you're climbing, turn off your inertial dampener. If you're not worried about drifting. It actually helps a little bit. I've had people tell me that with some of the changes, some of the recent changes to the system, it doesn't help as much as it used to. They shouldn't conquer the server? Oh, because it's not set up as a server, it's a local host. And so since we're, how far up are we? We're at 16K, we should be okay to start doing the don't have to burn any longer. And then I just want to keep myself above 75 meters a second so that we don't start decelerating too much. Little trick to save fuel on your departures. That's so. See if we can. We're 0.2 Gs and climbing. so tight. Should be pretty good. Looks like our jump drive is probably charged. A little bit more speed on it there. And check for asteroids, make sure we're not going to run into anything with, because we're not paying attention here. Alright, so once we're in space, I think what we'll do is we'll pay a visit to some of the local group, because we definitely have a bunch of stations within, you know, not a long flight time from us. But I want to get up into deep space today before we call it. And then what we'll do is, starting next week, we'll start doing some exploration and get into the trade and economy side of things. But it looks like we were successfully able to get off the planet, which is a good thing. You know what I may not have? I don't know if I put an ore detector on this thing. I don't remember. I may need to put an ore detector on. Oh, I know what. We didn't put an ore detector on it because we weren't planning on doing any mining. We want to do everything through trade. So yeah, we'll leave the ore detector off. But I do need to put an antenna on it. And I'm thinking we've got a lovely little area tucked in right in here on one side that we could put the antenna on. So you have found an asteroid cluster. Awesome. We're closing in. I want to say it's 42K? I think it's 42K to get us there. Alright, so our little slice of heaven down below. Almost there. I can never remember what the altitude is for space, but so yeah, this was actually a fairly efficient. That would be space. That was actually a fairly efficient launch process. Not too bad. All right, so we are in space. Yay! And I think we're going to call this one here because the rest of it's going to be basically just flying around, doing some orbital on the planet. And like I said, I think what we'll do is we'll start getting into the trading mechanics on Monday. So I'm going to thank you all for hanging out today. I appreciate it. We've got the New Year's coming up, so Happy New Year's to everybody. Hopefully it is a safe and happy one for everyone. And we will see you back here in the new year on a Monday for more Space Engineers. As always, folks, take care and be safe out there, everybody. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't turn this gravity generator on yet. Boop, there we go. We have gravity. Yay. Half a G. It's good. Everything works. It's always a good thing when everything works. Take care and be safe out there, everyone.